Okay.
All right, here's what I want you to start with, right? Simple and easy. Just shin grab, knee hug. Walk around about 30 seconds, right? Or you can, if you prefer to count these out, you can do 20 total steps and knee hugs. All right, so I'm going to try and give you all the instructions as we're going through here as well, too. So either 30 seconds worth or 20 steps with shin grabs and knee hugs. That's first. So when you're doing it, you can just kind of pull it up, get a little stretch in the glute, bring that hip up. When we go about 10 more seconds, that'll get us close to your 20.
See, like this is fine standing. Well, it hurts a little, but when I do it laying down,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't feel as good.
All right, switch
Anyway,
gears.
just
Now I want you
points
to
of
go
observation.
quad stretch, right? So alternate your quad stretch. Bring that up next. Simple, same thing, either 30 seconds worth or 20 alternating.
And I don't know if I can get, it's hard to get the left one back.
Get it to where you can. And when you get it up, right, make sure you're squeezing butt cheeks together. Get
I
it up.
have to put my hand on the wall.
That's fine.
It's like that reach around to grab motion.
Yeah. So if you need to, you can also do this. If you need to come down, get down here and bring it up. You can do it that way too. You can also bring it up so that you don't have to reach too far back around. Good. All right, now we're just take a little lateral step, right? A little lateral step. All we're going to do, start with your feet close together. Again, this can either be 20 alternating or it can be 30 seconds. We're just going to take a little step, reach down towards your opposite foot, right? So if I step to the right, reach down with my left hand towards my right foot, step, reach down, lateral step, lunge as deep as you wish. You don't even have to get all the way down if you don't want to. The idea is to get some movement and mobility there.
Yep, definitely makes a difference.
Try and be a little less tentative into your stepping motion there as best you can, right? Try and think athletic. Try and think like, you know what, I'm going to step into this. I'm going to step out of it. I'm going to step into it. I'm going to step out of it, right? Try and be a little powerful with it. That's it. There you go, a little less tentative. Trust yourself.
Sure.
Sure, whatever you say, Jeru. Okay, stop there. Now, we're going to go into a half kneeling. So we're going to come down into the half kneeling position, hip flexor stretch. Okay, half kneeling hip flexor stretch. So you can usually do level 2 without a problem, which is going back and grabbing your foot, right? But if you're not feeling that, you can just stay here, tuck abs, squeeze butt, and shift forward a little bit, stretching through here. If you can do it and you're feeling okay with it, whatever foot you have down, grab that heel, grab that foot, and pull it up. Yep. Good. And now just flex since your right knee is down, flex your right butt cheek. Not hard, just enough to tighten it up and feel a little extra stretch in the front. And we're just going to hold it for about 30 seconds. That feels lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, stop. Switch sides. Left knee down, right leg forward. Reach back, grab it. Bring it up. Don't give yourself a hamstring cramp. Oh. Good, get in position. Make sure you push that hip in too. Don't let your hip pop out to the side. And a gentle flex of your left butt cheek and just hold. Good. A little bit tighter on that side, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure.
You can definitely tell because it's your heel's about 7 inches away from your rear end versus the other leg, it was all the way up there. Now it's a little better. Look at that. There you go. Good. Almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, relax that. Okay. Now we're going to come down onto our hands and knees. This is our quadruped piriformis stretch. So in here, we'll start with your right side first. So that means I'm going to have you take your left leg back straight, and then you'll lift your left leg up and bring it over to the right. Yep. Shift back just a little bit, and then push your right hip out to the side and stretch out. And just hold. We'll hold that about 30 seconds. Should be a pretty decent stretch there on your right hip and right butt cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Breathe into it, relax into it. Let that shit go. Let it go, let it go. All right, bring it back up. Release that. Okay. Neutral position. Take your right leg back straight. Pick it up, cross it over your left. Good. Shift your hips back just a little bit. And then take your left hip and push it out to the left.
Ooh.
Go gentle, right? Go easy, go slow. Mm-hmm. Good.
The Theragun's been good. I've been doing that a lot.
Good.
Around the other areas, kind of peripheral.
Yeah, the Theragun's a great tool.
What is it about the percussion that it just loosens the muscle?
It's the percussive nature helps to send signals of relaxing, right? And so it helps to kind of send signals to the brain to say this muscle can relax now. All right, relax out of that. All right, we're going to switch gears. Now, just stand up, walk around a little bit, and as you're walking around, let's grab a light mini band. So I think we decided red was the call last time, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so let's grab the red mini band. And then let's just get all the things we want on hand. So red mini band, red super band, and your hip circle band. Have them all, just get them all down on the ground.
They're
already all in place. Okay, so let me get my timer here. Oogie. Let's take your mini band. Start with that one first and get it up above your knees. Get it a few inches above your knees, right? So maybe it's closer. It's like almost close to the mid-thigh area because you don't want it to roll as it starts to move because we're going to come down and get into that clamshell position. So once we're here, down on your...
I do the good side up top first?
Yeah, let's do your right side up top first. So I'll do my right side so I'm giving the same directions. Okay. So that means your left forearm is on the ground. Take your right hand and there you go. Yeah. Right hand, anchor your wrist. Why do we want to do that? We want to make sure that we're here so that we're not rolling our hips back and forth. We want to stay stacked. Feet stacked, knees stacked. Now that we're here, we're going to just squeeze your right butt cheek open and then close. Right? Open and close. We're going for 30 seconds per side here. As you open, really do your best not to move your hips. Hold those still. You're just trying to squeeze a cheek. Whew. Three, two, one. Stop. Switch sides. Other side. Ooh, ooh. Same thing. So now we're going to lift the left side up. Anchor your left hand on your right wrist. Yeah. And then squeeze it up and open. Go. 30
Gosh, it's so
seconds here.
tender, just like laying on that side before
Yeah.
when we were laying on this side. It's like, God, it feels like I literally walked into something.
Oh, looks good. Keep them going. 3, 2, 1. All right, switch it back over the other side again. Back to side 1.
Okay. Now my mat then. Like, should at least lay on something.
I mean, last time it was over near your red bench. That's the last time I saw it. All right. Same thing here.
I might have taken it downstairs.
Oh,
No, I did take it downstairs because I was rolling. I was trying to like be outside and do it because it's so nice.
those look good. 3, 2, 1. Stop. All right, switch sides again. Over to the left. Good. All right, ready, steady, go.
Oops.
Oh.
Bonus.
Okay, that's what's next. I forgot what was next. I had to get up and look.
Wow, this one gets fatigued so quickly.
10 seconds. And stop. Fantastic. Okay, that was lovely. All right, now let's take that band off, and now we need your super band for donkey kicks.
Okay.
So this is the one where we will anchor it with one hand, with one foot, and then anchor it with your hands.
Should I start with my right?
Yeah, let's start with your right. Good.
Pause. Not flash. Whoopsie. Came right off my foot. There we go. Okay.
All right, so your mission here, right, is to make sure there's not a big sway to your back. So tuck those abs up just enough to flatten it out. Hold that there. And then once you're in position, right, knee off the ground, push straight back, come right back underneath without putting it down. Go. You want to seriously feel your rear end doing 98% of the work here with your hamstrings finishing. When I'm doing this exercise, I use the visual in my head of trying to kick my heel into something. Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, stop. All right, switch sides. Same exact thing. Ready, steady, go. We're doing these for 45 seconds each side. We're doing each side twice. Yep, good. Nice job holding the midsection stable. Knee in, drive that foot out. Good, perfect. Check that out, man. Very nice. Feel your arse working hard.
Yeah, but I don't feel it as much as I do on the other side. But
One and stop. Well, it's not as tuned in right now, right? And that's okay. We're gonna get it
yeah,
there. All right. Give your hands a short break because we'll go back and do both sides, each side again.
okay.
Yep. Oh. So, as a mom, what do you think are the issues causing the angst? I know you must have some intuition.
Um, I think it sort of started around her birthday,
Okay.
and she had a lot of realizations. Like she was kind of disappointed by some of her friends there. And
Hmm.
she was, I think, comparing like the friendship she has. She's very lucky. They're very still very close to their friends from camp and they're close friends. Their friends from high school. They're still very tight.
Sure.
And it's different friendships. And the friendships that she has with her roommates there are just not the same. And those roommates are different than the people she's grown up with.
Okay.
And I think there was a lot of that. She was disappointed by her friends. I think she thought they were going to like do more for her. She does have her big sister in sorority there who is like that.
Okay.
That's one person. It's not her roommates. I think she's just been a little frustrated with that situation. And then they were also trying to figure out their housing. That was weighing on her constantly because they were trying to include this fourth girl. And it was just a lot of drama circling that for next year. And then I think it just, once the anxiety got so bad with that, like my girlfriend I was talking to this morning says it's like hand in hand. So it just spins into well,
Yeah.
like just depression, like nothing's going to get better kind of thing, even though those things have passed.
Good. So
I
the
don't
first
know. I'm not an expert, but
No, but I would say so. It sounds like a couple things, right? From an outsider
situation.
looking in, a couple things. One, she has, there's a sense of loneliness that she's feeling, right? That's
Right.
probably not on the surface. She probably doesn't understand that's what it is. It's kind of hard to figure that out sometimes.
Yeah.
Um, I think that sounds like part of it. I think the other thing is if she's always been a social creature, and I think she has been, right? She's a pretty social creature. And she's,
Yeah. She's like the leader of the pack, the
yeah,
organizer,
yeah.
the planner.
So, what does she do for her own? It doesn't require anybody else, her own personal outlet that she enjoys to kind of like center herself. What is that? Stop and switch sides.
I don't know, and like this weekend, she had an opportunity to kind of figure some of that out because everybody had left,
Yeah,
gone home from places for fall break, which was probably bad. It wasn't a time for her to really be by herself so much.
sure.
Um, so she tried to clean and organize and go shopping and, do nails and pamper or whatever. Like she was taking walks here and there on the river walk. She was doing yoga. She had signed up for the yoga last year. That was helping a little with her anxiety.
Try and push. Yeah, there you go. Try and get that leg to just come up level to your rear end, right? So get it up and really finish by pushing out all the way. That'll help finish that rear. That's better. Good. Okay.
She's better when she's busy, like Brian and I were talking. She's not taking as many classes that are so demanding. She needs
Three,
to get a
two,
job.
one, stop. Okay.
She wants to get a job, but that probably won't start till next semester. So it helps
Okay.
that if she's busy. Um,
You should try something a little, this is going to sound crazy when I say this, something a little violent, like kickboxing, boxing, something like that, where she can just go and blow
yeah,
up steam, right? And
you're
it's not,
probably right.
I mean, I can't tell you how many people
She's
I
a
know.
hitter. Like she hits her sister
I mean, I
still to
think
this day sometimes. She does. I yeah.
somewhere she could go hit a bag, somewhere she can go and just let it out, right? Whatever it is, it feels like it's just like a bunch of like that's like a bunch of explode, and she needs to kind of go let it all out and release that tension because she doesn't sound like she has an outlet right now. There's no outlet that's her own, that is her own thing, that's kind of like letting it all go for her.
Mm-mm.
And so that's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure, especially when there's all the social pressures and everything at that age, and you don't have the wherewithal, you don't have the comfort of your home. I mean, even though she's been there for she's her junior now, right? She's a junior.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's still all right. Bring yourself up,
Yeah.
and
It's a
now
good idea.
let's get your mini band back on. Of course, my first go-to, I'd always tell everybody, go lift weights. It'll make you feel better, but that's not for everybody, right? But I do sounds like she needs some kind of like
Yeah.
violent release, right? And so, um, I
And
know
she'll
it
tell her
sounds.
sister, you need to go there so that she can punch you and pull your hair.
All right, get this around mid calf. Get your mini band around mid calf. Oh God, I don't know if can I move that one? Let's see, can I move that?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so this is the one. What we want to work on here today, like we did last time, was keeping your legs really stiff. Oh my God, this band is so tight. There's no way I'm going to move this one. Right, is to keep your legs straight, arms behind your back, and we're doing. I can't do it with this band. Band is so thick. All right, so we want to be here, and we're going to stay nice and tight. Keep your butt cheeks clenched together as you take these little 3 steps one way, 3 steps the other. Try not to teeter-totter your upper body. All right, the goal is to keep your abs braced and just get that glute medius area working. You're going to go for 60 seconds, side to side. Yep.
Could she do like a kickboxing class if she's not like, she's like this big and doesn't have a lot of
Absolutely,
muscle
for sure, for sure, for sure. I mean, I would look. I'm
without
sure in
hurting
the
herself?
no. I mean, there's a bunch of them that are down there. I would look like I know one.
Beginner.
Yeah, yeah. You go to like there's a gym called Title IX Boxing. There's a few of them in Rockville. There's 2 in Rockville.
Title one, right?
Is it Title One? Yeah, Title One. Yeah, yeah. Or Title. It might just be Title Boxing. It's just Title
It's
Boxing.
title, right? My
Yeah,
dad
yeah,
built the one in Rockville.
yeah. It's just
Years
Title Boxing.
ago. Yeah.
So I mean, they're a decent organization. They're pretty like everything you do in there is very routine. It's very similar, but you get to go in and hit a bag, and you get to go in and it gets sweaty, and you make some new friends that aren't the friends that you are currently dealing with. All right, stop those.
Mm-hmm.
Those are usually pretty prevalent around college campuses. So
I will look it up.
I don't know what kickboxing centers are down there, what offers that down there, but that could be something too to think about. All right, take that band off. You need your glute band and you need your plyo box because we're going to do some hip thrusting on that next. So these are all things. This will be the last one we do that'll be in the recording, and then I will stop the recording after that.
No, those are good ideas. And, maybe she can go back to the yoga so she can have a little bit of something active and a little bit of something zen maybe would be great.
Yeah. I tell you, the more and more I look at this kind of stuff, like when I hear about students and kids that are getting into this funk, I'm always like, what is their activity level, like physical activity level, and where are they sweating? Where are they, getting themselves to release tension and to build up endorphins, and where is that happening? And if it's not happening, they need to find a way.
Jordan especially needs that. I will 100% talk to her about that because she likes to work out.
Yeah,
she needs somebody to like.
It might be this, either one of them. For both, they probably need to find a workout buddy, somebody that needs them to kind of like go with, like,
Yep.
All right, so we're here, we're there, right? Push it out, bring it up, tabletop. You got 60 seconds. We're gonna rest for 30, and we're gonna do it twice. All right. I don't need you to push way far out to the outside of the band, but I want you to keep the band tight enough that you feel like the lateral portion of your hips are working. I don't know. I think, the more and
Yeah,
more I kind of
cortisol, endorphins, hormones, the
all,
whole
all those,
thing.
man. Um, yeah.
She needs some vitamin D too. I need to make her go to the damn pool. She's got one on her roof.
I mean, you could be at a time frame like this year, the time of year, like start supplementing vitamin D. It can help.
I've been reading about that like crazy.
Yeah. My
Because she
buddy
was
Steve.
taking it. She was taking vitamin B complex. But the problem is when I had her on all those supplements, some of them were backfiring and they
Yeah.
were bringing out, it was like too much. She was bringing out symptoms that were not good.
10
So I got to do
seconds.
one at a time.
Well, I think vitamin D is like, I think we get enough vitamin Bs. I'll be honest. Vitamin Bs are all right, stop and rest. Um, but vitamin D is one of those ones where, especially as we get into the cooler months when we're wearing more clothes, where we're indoors more.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
my buddy Steve just went and he found out that his vitamin D, he's 43. His vitamin D was way below like the bottom level, right? And he couldn't figure out why he was so tired, why he was so sluggish, why he felt like crap mentally. Everything was so bad. And so they started him on a once a week, 50,000 IU's injection of
Oh,
vitamin
yeah.
D. Yeah. Plus, he's taking 5,000 a day on his own. And so he's taking 5,000 a day on his own plus a 50,000 a
Wow.
week. And he said within the first 2 weeks, it was like a dramatic difference in how he felt.
Of course.
Dramatic difference, like mentally, physically, everything. And so I know that usually right around, I'm not doing it yet because I'm still outside a lot and I've been out in the sun a whole bunch, but kind of starting usually right around when it gets cool and
I
I'm
do
wearing
too.
sweatshirts more,
Yeah,
I'll start taking more vitamin D. All
I
right.
do too. I think I'll have the doctor order her a panel, do her minerals
And
again,
so, and remember,
just a
right?
repeat panel. Because she did it
Remember,
last year.
when you look at the panels, right? This is the thing that comes when it comes to metabolic panels and vitamin panels like that. When you look at those, just because you're in the range of what we call survival doesn't mean you're in the range for thriving, right? There's a
Mm-hmm.
difference, right? Those
Mm-hmm.
ranges are to make sure that you're not disease ridden and to make sure that you're not going to have dysfunction. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're thriving. So vitamin D is very, we know impacts a lot of other functions in the body, a lot of others. So, it's one of those ones too. You need to make sure you take it with food because, it's a fat soluble vitamin. So it's really good to make sure you take it with food and not take it,
Mm-hmm.
bare. Some research suggests you take it at night before you go to bed because you absorb it better at night. Some success not. So I think it's really about when you feel like you're best at it.
God, I had her on so many.
What's that?
I had her on so many supplements. That was last year's whole
Yeah.
brigade.
All right. Stop those.
And it
Perfect.
just and what I learned was it wasn't the supplements fault. It's that she doesn't get rid of the stuff that it was stirring up. She doesn't detox. She doesn't have a way to sweat it out or sauna or whatever. She wasn't taking anything to kind of like
Right.
bind it and get rid of it. So it's all recirculates everything it's stirring up, and
Yeah.
then it makes the symptoms worse.
Yeah.
So it was like too much and it was all wrong. So I think she's a little bit like gun shy to start again.
I would say that
Um,
I could see that.
so that was on one of my topics that I talked to her about.
I mean, keep it simple, right? Keep it really simple. A multivitamin and vitamin D extra. And
Yeah.
that's really all you need to do to keep it kind of simple. Get yourself a good vitamin. Can she swallow pills well?
Yes. That water.
Well, I mean, well, I can't because if it's bigger than an Advil capsule, it ain't going down my throat.
She's good. She's good.
So, I mean, GNC still to this day makes one of the highest rated vitamins. The GNC Mega Women's is one of the best vitamins you can get on the market.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they're one of the highest efficacy and
Yeah.
accuracy that's out there. All right, so I'm going to stop the recording because we're done with those. Now, you ready to